Another thing that we're doing is that we are now revising we are building a policy, what we call the next generation network policy. As you saw on the previous slide, right now our networks are segmented. You have separate networks, separate licensing scheme for voice, data, etc. We are going to unify it all. At the end of the day, with digital technology, this is all data. There is no difference. So the distinctions are artificial. By integrating them, we can bring down costs further. I've mentioned the optical fiber connection down to the union level. That is our goal. We hope to have that goal completed by 2013. And here is a list of, there are 400, the plan is to connect 4,400 union parishods within the next 2 years, and to connect all 8,000 by the year 2013, 100 already connected, 1,000 to be connected by next year, 2,000 more by 2012, and then by 2013, all 8,000. This is the domestic, I guess I got a little ahead of myself on the slides. This is the Domestic Network Coordination Committee to ensure the optimum utilization of all fiber optic networks in the country. Here's a brief on just to give you an example of how our coverage, the wireless network coverage, has grown. As you can see, in '97, there were just 3 out of 64 districts connected. In 2030 districts, 2002 50, 2004 61, and at present, now with the final connectivity in the Chittagong Hill Tracts, all 64 districts have wireless network coverage, thanks to our mobile operators, many of whom are present today. In fact, I live in the US. Bangladesh has much better mobile coverage than the US does. Now, the fiber optic cable is going to get to the union level. Our goal is, although, is to have all villages connected. And we hope that the last mile solution, especially in the rural areas, will be provided by wireless broadband, what we call BWA, broadband wireless access. At present, we have issued 2 WiMAX licenses. We are going to issue 2 more. Our government is finalizing the 3G licensing scheme, and we are already starting work on the 4G licensing scheme. So we are moving ahead. We want competition. We want our mobile operators to be able to provide true broadband. For example, right now, our broadband policy labels any connection of 256 kilobits and above as broadband. I do not consider that broadband. To provide true broadband, we have to be able to provide at least megabit connections wirelessly down to the village level. We are also building e-community centers in our post offices. All 8,500 post offices will be converted into e-community centers where citizens will be able to go in and have computers that they can access to get information, get on the internet, utilize government services, whatever it is they need. This is to one of the complaints has been, well, most of our population will not be able to afford a computer and a connection. Well, they don't need to. We are going to provide the access for them. And of course, these e-community centers and the union parishad centers are being connected through wireless modems. But the ultimate goal is that connection will be replaced first by wireless broadband, then eventually by fiber optics. Some of the initiatives that we have taken to expedite digital Bangladesh. We have established video conferencing facilities all the way up to the field administrations. To give you one example, the health ministry has provided web cameras and wireless modems and a laptop at all of their clinics nationwide, so that their doctors there can refer to and can consult with specialists in Dhaka via teleconferencing. We're modernizing our telephone system. Eventually, the hope is to move completely to a digital IP-based connectivity where we can provide telephone, data, television service down one connection. And of course, just last month, our government, our Honorable Prime Minister herself filled out the application online to register Bangla as a domain with ICANN so that hopefully soon you will be able to enter web addresses in Bangla. Some of the segments of our, some of the other projects being undertaken by the Ministry of Post and Telecom. As I mentioned, the 3G licensing scheme is almost finalized. We are emphasizing green telecom as well. So for example, we want to connect everyone, but we want it to be environmentally friendly. We want our network to be power efficient, and that is a fundamental goal that we want to build in right from the start rather than try to fix it later. We want to keep the emphasis, of course, on cybersecurity. Since we are starting from scratch, we want to build in the security systems right from the beginning rather than, again, trying to fix them later. And our government has taken the initiative to launch a satellite. Hopefully that will be finalized within the next few years. We are going to build alternate submarine cables, and we are going to let the private sector do this, as well as you heard, a terrestrial international link as well. And the hope is, again, that presently, 2010, our teledensity is about 37%. In terms of telephone, in terms of voice communications, we have the lowest tariff, and the telecom sector, either directly or indirectly, employs more than 750,000 people. There are more than 5 million mobile internet users from the urban and rural areas. Presently, we're at 4% internet penetration. We hope to get far beyond that. Our neighboring India is at least 10%, probably more now. Pakistan is at 7%, so there is no reason. And Bangladesh is actually lagging behind in South Asia. Within this term, we hope to catch up. By 2015, we hope to get to a teledensity of 85%, increased internet penetration to 30%, and we believe that will employ more than 2.5 million people. The telecommunications sector approximately will employ that many if we can achieve this teledensity. And of course, by 2021, the goal is to accomplish our dream of a digital Bangladesh. These are just some of the sectors that the government is working on with regards to e-governance, our e-community, IT education, improved voice services, infrastructure, IT outsourcing, mobile banking. We have taken the initiative our government has opened up online banking for the first time, electronic transactions. These are all being set up. And of course, public information. All information, all government information is going to be public. It's going to be available on the internet. There are going to be no more secrets. It's going to be transparent. With that, I would like to thank you all for your attention and your support. And